Okay, our last video in this lesson on compound interest is going to be working with the present value formula. Now again, no reason to be concerned or alerted that you have to memorize these formulas. They will be provided for you. The present value formula is going to be a capital P for present value is equal to the end value, which we'll call A, over 1 plus R over N raised to the NT power. So it should feel familiar to you. Again, A is our ending value, and the capital P is the present value. So that would be your initial investment. So let's use it right away. Example 5, saving for college. Will would like his daughter to attend college in 6 years when she finishes high school. Will would like to invest enough money in a certificate of deposit now to pay for his daughter's college expenses. If Will estimates that he will need $30,000 in 6 years, how much should he invest now in a CD that has a rate of 2.5% compounded quarterly? So I'm going to highlight all of the important information. He's going to need $30,000. So he wants to end up with $30,000. So whatever you need or whatever you want to end up with, that's going to be the value that goes in your numerator. He's got 6 years to save for this. So the end value is $30,000. The time is 6 years. So time will just equal 6 since we want our time measured in years and it's given to us in years. And we have an interest rate of 2.5% and compounded quarterly. Use that color, so let's use this one, compounded quarterly. So our interest rate is going to be 0.025, and compounded quarterly means that N is equal to 4. And now we're ready to just plug away. We've got our present value is equal to 30,000 in the numerator over 1 plus our interest rate divided by the number of times it's going to be compounded in a year, which would be 4, raised to the 4 times 6 power. And that's because 4 times a year for 6 years would be 24 times. I'm going to show you putting this into the calculator because if you have a calculator that shows you the fractions horizontally, you're going to like just putting this straight into your calculator. So I've got my fraction. I'm going to put $30,000 in the numerator. And then in the denominator, I've got parentheses, 1 plus. I need another fraction. It was 0.025. Compounded quarterly would be the denominator of that little fraction is 4. And parentheses. And then just the denominator is going to be raised to the 4 times 6 power. And I press enter. And this tells me the amount that Will is going to need to deposit today so that he ends up with $30,000 in 6 years from now. So he will need to deposit $25,833.30 as for his initial investment. So that's going to equal $25,833.30 is needed to invest today to have $30,000 in 6 years. So hopefully you found that compound interest, even though we've got these formulas that look a little confusing, that once you get comfortable plugging the values in and using your calculator, it is much easier to work with compound interest formulas than it is to work with our simple interest and counting the number of days and using tables to figure out what day of the month it is. This works out. This compound interest idea is a bit easier to work with. So hopefully you found those 3 videos helpful, that you took the detailed notes and that you can rely back on those notes, most especially for those formulas. And hopefully you feel comfortable moving forward, that you've got this lesson and feel confident doing some problems on your own.